YouTube. Today I want to talk to you about No Man's Sky Andromeda. Oh, I mean Mass Effect Andromeda. But it feels a lot like No Man's Sky Andromeda. You know, what's the point of being able to go to a whole bunch of planets if every planet you go to has the same creatures? I've played about maybe 15 hours or more, and it's just really odd that every planet you go to has those same little shell things and those other little invisible creature things. Yeah, they're kind of cool and all, but it starts to feel like No Man's Sky when every planet you go to has the same creatures. That shit makes no fucking sense to me, yo. It's like if we went to Mars and we discovered ducks there that looked just exactly the same as our ducks, had no, diversion of evolution whatsoever, that would really be disappointing, man. I mean, what the fuck? You know, like, we're expecting to find life forms that are completely different to us. We're carbon-based. We're expecting to find maybe they're, like, silicon-based life forms. And, you know, it's just really weird that every planet you go to seems to have the same creatures. And also, I understand that the builders that were there, you know, they had their own technology and they, you know, like, none of them started up any of those generators on any of those planets. That's really odd. And do they have to make them all a mile tall? And, you know, they're not procedurally generated, but what's the difference? Like, why go to all these different planets if the animals are going to be the same, and then the fauna and flora is different, but it doesn't really feel that different when, you know, like, these ancient builders came there, but they left ammo boxes. That shit takes me right out. It's like, talk about take you out of immersion, yo. Like, why would they leave those ammo boxes? Like, okay, if all your guns use energy cells, then why not have your gun convert the shit that you pick up into the energy instead of, like, taking me out of the game by leaving these ammo boxes everywhere and health boxes? That shit, it don't make no sense. And, you know, I mean, think about a game like Skyrim, where every city you go to has different look to it, you know? I mean, the cities that you go to in Skyrim are as different as the planets you go to in Mass Effect Andromeda. I almost said No Man's Sky Andromeda. You know, they would have done just as good making one planet with different flora and fauna than go to a whole bunch of different planets. You have different flora, but the fauna's all the same. I'm not seeing any fucking difference. Shit makes no sense to me. And there's like a trend coming back in games, and it's okay sometimes, and it's fun, and it makes sense sometimes. Like, I just got done playing through Horizon Zero Dawn, and I really don't like platforming that much in games. You know, I don't like it when they want to make me jump on a box to get over here, and you got to look for the fucking ledge. And Horizon Zero Dawn, sometimes it pressed my patience, but for the most part, it makes great sense, and it's very intuitive as to where to jump, and where to go. They do a great job in showing you where to go. But in Mass Effect Andromeda, dog, man, I spent hours just trying to get up some of these fucking towers to get into these gravity wells and shit like that. Like, it's not very intuitive, and it's covered up by the flora, for starters. The waypoints send you into walls all the time, and it's like, it's just fucking ridiculous, man. The platforming is janky as fuck. Yeah, we gave them a little jetpack and shit like that, so then you add a bunch of platforming, and you might as well not even give a jetpack. All right, check it out. If you can just run on the street, right, then obviously you don't want to give tall structures to jump on because people ain't going to be able to do it. But as soon as you add a jetpack, then you can do that, but you don't have to do that. Like, as soon as you match the environment to that new thing that you gave, it flatlines again. Now they don't have any ability, right? Like, because you just took it away. Right? It's like giving something and then taking it back. Because, you know, it's like, here's $1 million, you know, or everyone makes $1 million a year, but now McDonald's costs you $100,000. That's fucking stupid. You know, I mean, if the inflation is going to be that much, then making $1 million means nothing. And the same thing, if you have a jetpack and can platform, you know, but then they make all this fucking platforming running around and shitty waypoints and shit, then you might as well not even have those jetpacks. It makes no fucking sense to me. The upgrading system seems really fucking stupid to me. Like, I'll go around and I'll find in boxes a rifle, or on a rare occasion that you get to actually loot an enemy, you'll find a rifle or something, right? And it'll be like a level 3 rifle, but that's what you have already. Okay? And you're like, okay, this makes no sense. And then when you go into your, like, research terminal, you're literally researching on, like, level 1. So, it really, I'm finding guns that are more advanced than what I can make. So, I might as well not even be able to make it. And this seems to be the going trend in Mass Effect. Every single thing they give you, it doesn't really matter because there's no point to it. How about, like, when you pick up shit in your inventory and then, like, you can't really do anything about it? Like, you can check your inventory at any time, but you can't do anything with it. Like, when you first get find a gun on a thing, you can equip it, which is cool. But you can't then change it if you don't like that gun and you needed another one. It doesn't make a lot of sense to me. The repetition of, like, going around and scanning planets seems like for no reason. I don't see any reason to scan the planets, right? I hated that about Mass Effect 3. How they wanted you to go around and scan those fucking planets. I hated that. How they wanted you to run up and down the ship a million times. Run through the Nexus a million times. It's like, a little bit I could understand. But literally they have you go from the front to the back of the ship over and over and over. And each mission you do, go and talk to every crew member. Dude, are you fucking serious? Are you fucking serious, man? It's like a game full of nothing. I don't really see a point to it. Now, it's like one of my favorite games ever, Fallout 4. You know, you go to Diamond City and you explore it, and then you might have a quest in there, but let's be honest, every time you go to Diamond City, you don't have to go around and talk to every NPC all over again. But in Mass Effect, you do. I mean, you don't have to, but they make it part of the fucking thing to do it. So once again, they gave you something and they took it away. You know, because there's no point to it. And then even when you're moving, like, you know, I can turn around faster than my character with a jetpack can. You know, in the game, you're like, turn around like super fucking slow motion, man. Oh, somebody shoot me from back? Let me take 5 minutes to fucking turn around. And by that time, your team has them dead or whatever. They shot you in the back a million times. Damn near killed you. It's weird. It is fucking weird. The mechanics are fucking weird. The fighting is weird. It is weird. The abilities are cool, and I'm glad you can change on the fly now. You can get, like, more, they give you a lot of points, and you can get a lot of abilities, and for each mission, you can change out those abilities. But the abilities don't seem that spectacular. You know, like, in Mass Effect, the earlier models, 2 and 3, like for Shockwave, that was like always one of my favorite abilities, right? And when you threw that shit looked pretty spectacular, dog. It made a big fucking difference, right? And in here, it's like, it's as if you threw out some of those little fucking snap bang things from, you know, that you get, that you throw down to the ground and they pop. That's like what it's like. You throw like one of those and it just does a little chain reaction of those. It doesn't feel or look spectacular. None of the abilities look or feel that spectacular to me. And I've tried out all the ones that I enjoyed basically before. I really don't get that. I do love that they have a sliding difficulty meter. You know, very easy, normal, hard, very hard. But even on normal, that shit's already pretty fucking hard when your character movement is all janky as fuck. Everything feels janky as fuck. And what's the deal with rifles? Like, alright, we have rifles that are way more accurate than that right now. And we're using powder and steel, right? Like, 1,000-year-old technology. And they're way more accurate than that. Way more. Even with the most high caliber of the rifles. Like, there are bullpup 308 rifles that are more accurate and more powerful than the rifles in Mass Effect Andromeda. You shoot, and these things are fucking spraying like unbelievable. Unfucking believable spraying, unfucking believable recoil. And we have better rifles than that now. Why didn't we just bring gunpowder and steel? Why didn't we? Like, fuck it. We could have brought fucking blunderbusses and shit, and they'd have been better off than those rifles. Shit makes no sense to me, man. The team loadout, man. Like, I'm glad that we get to assign points for our team and we get to choose our team members, but we don't get to choose their gear or their weapons. If I'm wrong about this, if I'm missing something, let me know. But I just find it really weird that you can't customize their gear or weapons at all. When we pick up gear for ourselves, we should be able to, you know, retrofit that to them, right? Like, it doesn't make any sense. I don't understand. Every other game, if you have a team, you get to equip your team, not just their abilities, their gear and weapons also. So it's like, once again, they gave us something and then took it right away. You get to pick their abilities, but what does it really matter? I mean, so what they, I don't know, man. It just doesn't, it takes me out of it. It really takes me out of it. And I saved this one for last because everyone else is talking about that, but the facial expressions, you know, who in the fuck looks like that when they talk? Like, I have a very animated face, and I've heard this my entire life. But even I don't go when I talk, and who the fuck does that? It almost looks just fucking like that. That is ridiculous. Who fucking talks like that? Like, you could have at least taken the main human characters and spent a little bit more time polishing those. Because the aliens we're not going to fucking notice because they're fucking aliens, right? But the aliens look all perfect. And the human beings that we would notice this kind of shit in, no polish to them. The aliens look perfect. No complaint. There's only one human where her facial animations look, for the most part, normal. And that's the person right to your right, the Irish or Scottish chick or whatever. Not only is she the prettiest, which I don't understand why. All the characters in there are like homely as fuck, yo. I mean, the main character, you cannot make them good looking. You can't make them good looking. I mean, you know those Asari blue aliens? They're supposed to be like these like nympho alien race, and they live 1,000 years and they fuck everyone, and you know, but who would want to fuck them? You know, before you'd be like, yeah, those bitches are hot. Yeah, I can understand why you'd want to fuck them. But these ones, it's like, why? You know, they don't, dude. They look homely as fuck, man. A bunch of leatherface ass fucking space alien bitches, dude. It shit makes no sense, yo. No sense to me. The male characters all look fine. The females all look like a bunch of like, I don't know, man. I don't even want to say the words because I don't understand. What more can I say that hasn't been said, right? And with that, I'll leave you. I'm Socrates. Till next time. Peace.